So good evening. This is a battle for the third and fourth place. Ace versus Just Cricket. They had one epic encounter and they start off with a fantastic boundary into the point region. First ball, 4 runs for the opening batsman. What a way to start this is. 4 runs of the very first ball. Ankit Jain starts off with a fantastic boundary. He is a good bowler. He has bowled well. Vishal Patil hitting him for a boundary of the very first ball. This has been a great tournament. These two teams have played some good cricket. They were not onto the better side of the results in many of them. Straight to the fielder for no runs. He has been a good fielder. Amit Kohli. Vishal Patil bowling that first over. The previous ball was right up to the wicket, was hit for a boundary. The next ball was right on spot. First ball over pitch, second ball good length. Will this be a short pitch one? Oh, that's on the good length. That's very, very close. Good call by the umpire. The ball would have drifted down the leg side, going with the angle. Also, he may have hit outside the off stump. Ankit. First ball boundary, then a defensive shot onto the back foot, and then a close shot for LBW. Rishi Pilani and Ankit are the two batsmen for the Ace Cricket Club. That was really low, and this would race away for a single. Just wait for the umpire signal. Yeah, no signal, so that was off the under edge. Score is 5. 5 without loss. Rishi comes on strike for the very first time against Vishal Patil, who conceded a boundary of the first ball, but the other 3 balls are right on spot. That's nicely bowled straight to the fielder, and some bad bounce. The ball will race away towards the mid-wicket boundary. He's a very, very safe fielder. Is Ravindra. He does not miss many. In fact, he does not miss any. But this time, the ball may have got onto him with a bad bounce. Yeah, just bounced in front of him. So, unfortunate for the fielder. Unfortunate for the bowler. The batsman would be very happy with it. With this boundary, both the batsmen have a boundary now. Rishi has a boundary, and also does Ankit. Rishi boundary of the very first ball. Both the batsmen opening their accounts with a boundary. We also have Vikas Singh warming up. Just taken 3 wickets in a match twice. In fact, 3 in an over in the opening encounter. The score is 10 at the end of over number 1. I think Vikas it would be to begin the proceedings. Or will it be Ravindra? He is the bowler who has picked a lot of wickets. A bag full of wickets in this tournament, has been very, very consistent with his pace, with his line and length. And most of his wickets are either bowled or LBW. So he does not rely on the other fielders for some assistance by dismissal of catch. Catch is the highest percentage of mode of dismissal in any game. Let it be T20, Test match cricket, one day cricket. But for Vikas, it is slightly different. Vikas gets his wicket mostly bowled or LBW, just like Waqar Yunis used to do, just like Jasprit Bumrah of the Indian cricket team. They take a lot of LBWs and bowled out because they bowl a lot of straighter deliveries into the stumps. So Vikas Singh He will bowl from the Somaya Hospital end. The bowler who has been in red hot form in this tournament has bowled consistently well all throughout. Oh, that's outside the off stump with an offer, just a single. That's very unlike Vishal. Generally, Vishal bowls the ball in the right areas from ball 1. This one was best shot. His balls are very, very difficult to face. Maybe the hot sun, the higher temperatures, the uncomfortable conditions not aiding his kind of bowling, where he runs in hard, puts the ball in the right area, and gives it a nice rip with his quick arm action. That was not that a good ball. Wide and outside the off stump. Lots of width and short bowling. That was not that short but pulled nicely to Ravindra. Slightly on a shorter side is Vikas today. And his pace is also down. Generally bowls with a lot of venom, a lot of pace and a lot of power in his bowling. Today slightly under par. Ankit is on strike. That was so very close to being the first wicket of the match. Looters presents 40 plus 2.0. This is a battle for the place number 3 and 4. It's Ace Cricket Club versus Just Cricket. We are into the second over. Vikas, as usual, continuing with his great bowling form. That's what Vikas was so good at. Bowling the ball in the right areas. And if you look at his action, his mannerisms are just like Trent Bolt's. Score is 11 for no loss. We are into the second over. So score still on 11. Just a run conceded in Vikas's over. Run of the very first ball, and after that all the balls right on spot. The first ball was short and wide, was hit for a single by Rishi, but he has managed to keep Ankit quiet. Ankit has looked good in the first over, but in the second over Vikas keeping things very tight. He just wants to end his over on a nice note. So trying to bowl the last ball of the second over right on spot. Almost got his first wicket. The score at the end of over number 2 after Vikas's over is 11 runs for the loss and 11 runs for no loss at the end of over number 2. So Vishal would continue. Vishal was taken for 10 runs in the very first over. There was misfield in the mid-wicket region and a 4 was conceded. So his over was a good one up until the second last ball, which was hit for a boundary. Rishi. Both the batsmen have got off the mark with a boundary on the very first ball they have faced. Vishal versus Rishi Pilani now. That was meant to be hit into the offside. The ball has been dragged to the leg side and it will race away for a boundary. Look at the shot. He wanted to hit it hard. No, he in fact wanted to hit it in the mid wicket region. And the ball has gone into that region for another boundary. Score is 10 runs for Vishal now. He's looking good. In fact, the bowler is Vishal. It's Rishi Pilani who's on 10. That's nicely ball yorked him just for a single. Vishal continuing. He has given away 15 in the 1.2 overs which he has bowled so far. Oh, dances down the ground. Amit Kohli is a good fielder. They won't take chances against him. Good work there by Amit. Ankit is going well. He still wants to maximize the first 3 overs, first 4 overs, and he's trying to go hard. 16 for no loss. That wasn't a good shot at all. Two dot deliveries back to back. That was shot and that was hit powerfully down the ground. It would be another boundary for the very attacking, aggressive right-hander. The score is 20. That wasn't a good ball. That was short and was supposed to be hit anywhere he wishes. Instead, he went for the area straight down the ground, up and over the mid-on fielder for another boundary for Vishal. Beg your pardon, for Ankit. Ankit is on 9, Rishi Pilani is on 11. Scores 20. The last ball of Vishal's second over. Ankit has batted well. He has scored, got the 2 boundaries. Even Rishi Pilani has got a couple of boundaries to his name. And the score will remain on 20 for no loss at the end of over number 3. Run rate of 6.33 runs per over. So 3 overs and 20 runs. Rishi Pilani will come on strike. He is 11 of just 5 balls. And he is hitting the ball really well. Against Vikas, this would be a good contest to watch. A very good bowler against a very enterprising batsman. That's nicely done. The ball is racing towards the extra cover boundary. Just a single. With that single, just cricket. We'll just move on to 22. In fact, 21. He just gave away a single run in his previous over where he bowled 5 dot deliveries back to back. First ball was taken for runs. After that, good bowling. Score is 21 without loss. Ankit is on 9, Rishi on 12. Another dot delivery from Ankit. So 22 runs on the scorecard. Vikas' second over. He has conceded just 3 runs in his 9 balls which he has bowled. Vikas Singh, a fantastic bowler. He has been a brilliant one all throughout the tournament, except for one over when on which he was taken for runs. Every over has been the one which has proved dividends for his team and has been a real good one. Vikas Singh bowling round the wicket. Today he's not looking that sharp. His ball isn't that moving that quickly. He isn't bowling the ball with express speed. In fact, he has slowed down his pace quite a lot in this match. But his economy figures just magical. 2 overs, 1.4 overs and just 3 runs conceded. No batsman has been allowed to hit the ball that freely. They have both got a few shots going, but the bowling has been good, especially from the man on your screen, Vikas Singh. This is not a good shot. Actually, it was and thick under edge, and this will race away for a boundary. He wanted to hit it in the mid wicket, and the ball was dragged on to the square leg region. Just have a look at it. He just wanted to hit it, yeah, into the mid wicket. Instead, the ball has raced on to the backward square leg region for another boundary. So Vikas to bowl the last ball of his second over. He has conceded 7. 1 run in the first over and now 6 runs so far in this over. He has taken wickets in every first over or second over he has bowled. Will he continue with this record? Almost had his first wicket of the match. The score at the end of over number 4 is 26 runs without loss. So 26 without loss. A good start for Ace Cricket Club. Rishi has looked good. Amit has given him some good company. Both the batsmen in 2 figures now. Ankit is on 10. Rishi Pilani is on 16. Ankit would be on strike. And it would be the left arm spinner who would be bowling. Manish, I think he is. So Manish has been consistently bowling well. Look at his action, stop start kind of action. A very unique one, but he tries to cram the batsman with his bowling left arm spins. It's not easy to hit this guy, and this ball is racing towards the mid wicket. And great fielding effort. You cannot take chances. He's a very strong arm. See, right on the top of the stumps. Manish would be so happy with this fielding effort of his partner. He is a good fielder. Just couple of runs in his first three balls. He's a good bowler, Manish. Just look at his action. He'll put 100%. This is nicely flighted. This is an opportunity, but the ball is towards Vikas Singh. Look at Vikas and look at his arm. Ankit and Rishi have played really well. Rishi Pilani is 17 of 11. Ankit is 12 of 17. Both the batsmen have done well in tandem, and this bowler has done consistently well all throughout the tournament. I just have been in love with this guy with his kind of bowling. See, he'll put everything he has into the ball. And there are some good fielders. He's a pretty good fielder, the fielder over there. He goes for a sweep shot. We'll wait for the umpire's signal. Umpire says leg by. So 4 runs of his over. The score is 31 without loss at the end of over number 5. So 31 without loss. Sixth over coming up. Chetan Kamoor is a very pretty handy batsman. Uh, Tournament wasn't that great for him. Some good innings, some not so good innings. He failed in a couple of matches, but he's trying his luck with the ball in his hand. Chetan Kapoor, CK comes into ball. A very, very good batsman. Let's see what he does with the ball in his hand. The man is known for making half centuries. Let's see whether he takes a few wickets. He is nicely swept. The ball is racing towards the square leg region. Will it go all the way? Yes, it will. What a good shot that is. Not easy to hit those sweep shots. He got right on top of it and swept it for a fantastic first ball boundary against Chetan Kapoor. That was nicely flighted, but the shot much better. So 4 runs of the very first ball of the sixth over. The score will race on to 35 with it. The best part of the innings is both the batsmen are still intact. Number 1 and 2. The opening batsmen are there and they are fighting there. Oh, that's nicely done. Up and over. It will go for two back-to-back boundaries. One into the sweep square leg and the another one into the covers. The two balls, two boundaries for Ankit Jain. That was outside off stump, wide and nicely dispatched. Up and over into the covers for two consecutive boundaries. 39 runs on the scorecard. We are into the sixth over. And when you can hit two good shots, why to go for the unorthodox ones? He hit a nice sweep shot, then we had a fantastic up and over cover drive. Then he goes for a very ugly shot. The switch hit. When you're hitting the ball well with the traditional ones, that's how he's hitting them, and he's hitting them powerfully. Straight to the extra cover fielder over there. Where that's nicely run. So a couple of runs. Score moves on to 41 now. 10 runs in the first four balls of Chetan Kapoor. He hasn't bowled that well. In fact, the batting has been better. His bowling has not been that bad. That shot over the extra cover was a short pitch delivery, but other than that, all good shots. This is nicely hit straight down the ground. So that's good batting by Ankit against Chetan Kapoor. First five balls have gone for 11 runs. Last ball of CK's first over. Bowling his leg spinners from over the wicket. Short pitch ball, and this would be the first wicket. How many times have you seen a bad ball getting a big wicket? That was short. That was supposed to be hit for a sixer or a boundary minimum. Instead, he gets a wicket. 42 is the score on which first wicket falls of Rishi Pilani. He was looking so good, 18 runs of just 12 balls, and he gave it away. Manish comes into ball his second over. Uh, this is the ball he bowls with back of hand. That's a wide. Generally, he has two variations. He bowls with the normal action, then he bowls one ball with the back of hand. That was a back of hand delivery. But that is again nicely bowled. I just love this guy bowling. There is the reason for it is the enthusiasm, the zeal, the commitment is all the time 100% when this guy bowls in. He's a perfect ambassador for a 40 plus tournament. See, that's his USP, bowling and cramping the batsman. Oh my god. Oh my god. That must have hurt him. And right, that was it in a very, very precarious situation. If you are not getting him out, are you hurting him out? That must have hurt him. Strong guy, tough guy. Just about his bumps. So thankfully, he's all right. 44 for 1. We are into the seventh over. Manish continues, meanwhile, who has been marvelous. But that's a great shot. That will race away towards the extra cover boundary for the first boundary against Manish. What a good shot that was. Not much power, not much muscle into it, but great, great placement. Look, that wasn't that shot. Just went onto the back foot, and that's nicely hit into the covers for another graceful boundary. The score's 48 now, 48 for 1. Will that be the boundary which would give impetus to the innings? Because this guy is a very, very miserly bowler. He will not give you opportunities to score. He has conceded a boundary, but still he has given away just 9 runs. But that's his USP, bowling those tight lines. And to hit a boundary against him is a good thing. See, adjusts his line, does not bowl short, does not bowl wide. Manish has enjoyed bowling in this tournament, and we have enjoyed commentating when he's bowled. He's not the bowler who will give you those big turners. He's not the bowler who will bowl you those wrong ones. He's not the bowler who will bowl you those armors. Instead, he'll just bowl the ball in the right areas and also bowl at times with some variation. Yeah, this flighted ball that is dispatched with disdain for another boundary. The first shot was shot of grace. This was dispatched in disdain. So some respect being shown and some disdain. That isn't expected of a very good bowler. He bowled the ball right down the leg side and rightly penalized. So last ball of Manish's expensive over. His first over was a brilliant one, just 4 conceded. In this over, 12 runs, of which one is a leg by, 11 runs in fact. So 10 runs conceded off bat. Will Manish get a wicket off Ankit? He goes down the ground. That's an opportunity, and that's popped out. Oh, has he claimed it? Has he claimed it? He says the ball popped off his hands, went onto the shoes, and he has been picked. We'll wait for the umpire signal. The fielder has claimed the catch. So what great catch that was. The ball popped off his hands, ricocheted off his boot. He juggled it twice, thrice like National Jumbo Circus, and finally took it. What a catch that was. Generally, we don't know whether we are going to take technical assistance, but the umpires will consult with each other. Yeah, conclusive evidence over there. The ball popped out of his hands, went on to his boot, ricocheted because it had a different bounce since it hit the boots. Then he juggled the ball twice and he took it wonderfully. What a way to start! And the first ball starts off with a sixer. Look at the way umpire is going. Just dancing there. And the first ball, sixer. Is it Rishabh Pant? It's Shiva. What a way to start. Shivanandan Kona are starting with a supreme sixer. Just come in a different mood. He does only two things. Either he blocks or he hits a sixer. He's that kind of a batsman. He'll block, and hit you for a sixer. Or he'll take those singles quietly. So instead, he is trying to keep the scoreboard moving. That was a run in there. Parag refused. This is the battle for 3 and 4 place. 59 for 2. Parag is on 5. Shiva has hit a first ball sixer against Chetan. Oh, he goes for it again. This will again just race towards the mid-wicket boundary for a single. Shiva is looking in a different mood altogether. One of the matches he played over here, he enjoyed batting over here under lights. This is the ground which will make you fall into love of it, because the way the outfield goes, the wicket is, it's just second to none. Even Parag enjoys it. It's into the extra coverage and just for a single. They walk a single and the score is 61 for 2 now. Couple of balls remaining in CK's second over. CK, a very, very well known figure in the cricketing circles. Fantastic batsman. Today trying his leg spinners. So this was flighted, almost had Shiva. But Shiva starting off well, scoring 8 runs of 4 balls, strike rate of 200. And Parag the same, 6 of 3 balls. So strike rate of 200 for him as well. So 62 for 2. Will Parag go big on the last ball of Chetan? They have got 9 of this over. Parag versus Chetan. Oh, that was a very, very indifferent ball. That's a no ball. That would be an opportunity to go big. And that would be a warning to the bowler as well. So 63 for 2. Hits it down the ground, and that would be just a single to end the over. The score at the end of over number 8 is exactly 8 runs per over. 64 for the loss of 2 opening batsmen. Ankit is back, and so is the other batsman. So 7 and 8 are Parag and Shiva. Oh, that's racing towards the boundary. Yes, it will trot onto the boundary. It's a 4 byes. So that was Ravindra bowling his spinners. It bounced and flummoxed the wicketkeeper as well. Ravindra generally bowls his seam up deliveries. He's a any kind of bowler. He can bowl pace, he can bowl medium pace, he can bowl leg spinners, he can bowl off spinners. So today he is in the mood to bowl some spinners. That was a quicker delivery. So no runs have been conceded of his bowling right now. 4 byes, then a dot delivery. Not easy to hit against him. But nice shot into the covers just for a single. This would be good contest to see. Rabindra versus Shiva. Because Shiva generally is the one who goes for a big one. He blocks, and then he goes for a big one. But today he's come with a different mindset. He's just not hitting sixes, he's also taking those singles. So that's what is more important. He's hitting them hard today. He's looking in a good mood. 670 for 2. Huh? So they have done the first run quickly. Will they go for the second one? Yes, they will just easily finish it off. So a couple of runs of Ravindra's bowling. With this brace, the score will move on to 72. The score is 72 for 2. Parag is on 10. Shiva is on 9. Shiva started off with the first ball sixer. Unique kind of scoreboard. Number 1 and 2 batsmen starting off with the boundary of the first ball. But Rajesh Menon, he's a trier. I just love when he bowls or bats or fields. Oh, so wonderful bowling. And there is always a smile on this guy's face, Rajesh Menon. He just enjoys bowling. And this is what the concept of 40 plus is all about. Just enjoy the game and give your 100%. 72 for 2. Rajesh Menon has bowled two wonderful away going deliveries against Shiva Konar, who has looked good. That's a good call by the umpire. I would be happy if he does not signal a wide. Yes, that's a good decision, great decision. That's why they call him an experienced umpire. The ball just moved away. Parag is not happy, he wants a wide, but that's a great call by the umpire. You cannot be going everything against the bowler. He hasn't conceded a run of the bat right now, Rajesh. He might just bowl the first maiden of the innings. He's shaping the ball away so very well. It's a nicely played. Parag, right on top of it. Rabindra, you cannot take chances against him. He has a very strong arm. 74 for 2. We are into the 10th over. A couple of balls remaining, then we'll have a mini break for drinks. They need to be hydrated. You need to be hydrated in this difficult temperatures, in this kind of weather. Oh, that was an very, very indifferent bounce. For the very first time, we have seen some mischief in the wicket. That bounced awkwardly. Helmets, please. Last ball before the drinks. It Rajesh, what a fantastic over this has been. The last ball, he was aided by the pitch. Let's see what did us. A great over in which he gave a couple of runs away. Comes to an end. Drinks on the ground. 75 for 2 at the end of over number 10. Oh, that's down the leg side. He's a pretty good bowler. He generally does not give away a lot of wides. But today he has drifted onto the leg stump where he was punished for a couple of times. I I just love the way he bowls. This guy. This would be a good contest. A batsman who wants to hit some big shots against a bowler who is giving flight to the ball. Shiva does not take him light. He understands Manish can pick his wicket. Manish has conceded 15. That's are not generally his figures. In the previous match, he was actually taken for a few runs, but otherwise he has been good. Oh, that was a good effort. That was look at the enthusiasm. That throw was just to get some relief off. He was hit so hard, and his fingers must be zinging. The zingers go crazy when the ball hits them, but his fingers would be just have in a lot of pain. Look at the shot. It was hit hard. Great bowling, and he got his man. And best thing about him was he tried. People don't try and look at it, trying to get him run out. In the process, giving away a run. Good contest between bat and ball. And Parag has looked better than Shiva even. He is 11 of 11, but his shots have been known promising. But Shiva looks in a different mood of hitting ball hard. He either gives respect or hits them hard. Oh, that's good bowling, but not good wicket keeping. The ball will race away for 4 byes. Umpire has shown a lot of signal today, not of any political party, that those are 4 byes. So the ball is racing towards the square leg region. Rajesh Menon does the job. The temperatures were very high today, very difficult conditions for everyone who's present over here. Lots of humidity, lots of high degrees Celsius, and it was very difficult time. Things have become better now as the passage of the evening. Suddenly the temperatures have gone down, the humidity is lesser, and Manish is bowling well. Manish bowling well, but he's hit hard by Shiva. Shiva is just like a Thor with a hammer in his hand. And the other batsman, Parag, is trying to score off every ball against a bowler who is trying to pick wickets. This is a good contest. That's a great over by him. Just 4 runs conceded. Other than those byes, oh, that is good bowling. I just love this guy. He keeps on bowling balls after balls after balls in the right area. The score at the end of over number 11 is 83 for a loss of 2 wickets. Parag on 10, Shiva on 12, 27 for Ankit, Rishi 18, and extras a massive 19 in, I think, lots and lots of, I think 12 byes in it. '83 for 2, Parag and Shiva. Both on 12. Shiva has hit a first ball sixer, and he has hit down the ground. Vikas Singh, I thought this would have also gone in for a sixer. The way he's swinging his bat, he looks in a very, very attacking mood. '84 for 2 is what the score is. We are into the 12th over. And Rajesh Menon, he's bowled a pretty good first over. Comes in to bowl the second over. In the previous over, he was taking a look at his athleticism. I just enjoy this when this kind of players when they rush towards the ball. Athleticism just like a teenager. And Rajesh Menon, a unique thing about him is his pretty smile on his face. Very few fielders manage to do that. Every time you focus on his face, see, there is a smile on his face. And the body language, the positivity is so very inductive. That's nicely played. Both the batsmen just milking the bowling, taking those things. And look at Manish racing towards the ball. He enthusiasm is just like a teenager, a schoolboy playing club cricket, playing his school cricket. Every time the ball goes to Manish, he rushes in there to field it. When the ball in his hand while bowling, he tries to bowl all his variations. Rajesh has bowled well, has conceded just 5 in 1.3 overs. Against Shiva, today is looking in very attacking mode. The Parag, in fact, the ball will go to the square leg, inside edge, and under edge. So no batsmen have been able to get hold of Rajesh Menon today. He has bowled well. Couple of balls remaining. Oh, he bowled the slower and the slowest delivery. In fact, the wicketkeeper is smiling. What pace that ball was. And look at Rajesh's smile. He's so happy that he has flummoxed a very good batsman, Shiva. Shiva, he knows he is looking for some good pace. So he's doing exactly what Shiva does not want. Bowling it slower. This will be a quicker delivery. Yeah, that's a good shot by Shiva. The ball is racing towards the mid-wicket region just for a single. CK will do the tidying job. The score at the end of over number 12 is two fat ladies, 88 for 2. So Manish, 3 overs, 18 runs he conceded, comes in to finish his quota of 4 overs. Invariably, every time he has bowled, he has got this quota of 4 overs, and rightly so because he bowled well and he is bowling against two batsmen who are trying to go big. Parag has looked good, so is Shiva. 14 of 16, 15 of 17 may not suggest the way they have tried to hit the ball. Oh, this is good bowling. Manish is just enjoying the contest with Shiva. He is meeting fire with fire. He knows Shiva wants to go big and he is trying to just outwit him. His bowling is slower. That's the best part of it. What a good shot that is into the cover. This will race away for a couple of. Shiva is running hard. He wants strike. He wants to hit big against Manish. So some kind of needle between these two now. The way he hit the ball back to Manish, then the Manish like trying to hit the ball on the stumps. Now Shiva going for big shots against him. Good to see. Contest between aggressive batsman and a good spinner. That's a wide. Shiva is almost waiting for the ball to arrive. He could have hit 2-3 shots in that. So slow the ball was. How will he bowl? Will he bowl a quicker one? I think he will bowl the back of the man quicker one. Yeah, no, he bowls a flighted one. Shiva hammers it and goes big. That's a good shot by Shiva. That was the contest between the two. Shiva wins it this time. That was in the arc. Pitched up. Shiva hits a magnificent sixer. He hasn't been that useful in the tournament, Shiva. But at the fag end, the last match, Shiva doing it for his team, hitting a massive sixer. And Manish will encourage to still bowl the flighted balls. That's what I love about this guy. He's not flustered by the sixes or boundaries hit against him. He'll still try to bowl the ball, giving it more flight and get his wicket. 2 balls for Manish to get his revenge. That's a great shot. Again into the covers. And Manish was trying to get Shiva's wicket. Shiva has a hand up over him in this match. The last ball of Manish's final over. He has bowled well, has conceded 7 runs per over. This over he went on for 10 runs, courtesy that big sixer by Shiva. Will he get Parag's wicket? That's a good shot. That is heading towards the extra cover region. He's making Shiva run. Yeah, a couple of runs to end the 13th over. It's in fact 100 for 2. Manish 4 overs, 30 runs. So 100 for 2 is what the score is. Oh, Shiva is hitting them hard. And this fielder has fielded well against his own set of players. That was so very well hit. And Parag has looked good. Shiva has been scintillating today. But against Rajesh, it would not be easy because Rajesh is a good bowler. Oh, that is nicely done, delicately, straight to Rabindra. 102 for 2. And this would be a good contest. Why this guy, when he was bowling beautiful outswinger, has stopped bowling those? He's just trying to put the ball in that area. And bowling actually nothing deliveries. He's just trying to keep the ball there. Instead, he should go for those leg breaks because he's good at it. Oh, this remained low. That was a submarine. Shiva has run well today. So has Parag. Parag has made Shiva run, in fact. Shiva does not like to take those quick singles and doubles. But he has raced on to 25. And Parag is on 16. But all credit to Parag for getting those quick singles and doubles. Looking out for those opportunities. And he has looked more assured to get those runs. 17 of 18 Parag. 25 of 24 is Shiva. They have given away a lot of buys today. 103 for 2. Rajesh Menon continuing with his good bowling into his third over ace and just conceded 9. Will he be able to pick Parag's wicket? And he does. Commentators, he was playing so very well. It wasn't needed that cross-batted heave. He was playing so very well. Parag gets out on a very first wrong shot he played. Otherwise, his shots were all perfect. He, in a process to give impetus to the inning, gets out with a cross-batted heave. So Rajesh Menon gets his first wicket. He has bowled well and he has a wicket to show for it. Rajesh Naidu. I beg your pardon, it is Rajesh Naidu. Just got confused between his name. As Shakespeare says, what's in the name? But everything is in the name over here because you get your own name. Rajesh has his own identity. Rajesh Naidu, I beg your pardon, Rajesh. He is the first one to greet everyone, the umpires, the commentators, the scorers. A man with a very smiling face. Just we know Rajesh Naidu. I won't forget his name now. A man with a big smile. 10 for 1, his figures read. Shiva, he is enjoying his stay over here on this beautiful grounds of Somaya. He is looking good for his first half century on this ground. 105 for 3 at the end of over number 14. Proceedings have become a little brighter, better. The temperatures have cooled down and some slight breeze. So 6 overs remaining in the encounter between Just Cricket versus Ace Cricket. Score is 105 for 3. 15th over now. Vishal Patil will come in. His bowling is third over. The opening bowler comes in, and that is smacked into the covers. In fact, the point region just for a single. Robindra does the job. Robindra generally bowls the first few overs. He bowls so very well. He is a very, very economical bowler. Somehow, after the first match, he has taken a backseat. He has given other bowlers the opportunity to bowl. Vishal Patil has conceded 20 runs in 2.1 overs. Here. Abhay Sharma is a pretty handy player. Name Sharma also has a magic in it. He has also a beard like, looks like Rohit Sharma slightly, just for a single. Very towering figure, Abhay Sharma. Rohit Sharma, when he had put on a little weight, he was being laughed at for his plump weight. But that all athletic body is not required always when you are a player like Rohit Sharma. We also had Sachin Tendulkar, who also did not have a gym like body, but still he was very, very strong. Shiva trying to hit some strong shots. That's his unique way of playing. He goes down the ground, tries to hit. If he's not, just taps the ball into point region, takes a single. 108 for 3 now. Vishal Patil bowling his third over. He was expensive in the first two, but in this over he has just given 3. 109 for 3. Couple of balls remaining. This is hammered, and the ball goes straight to the field. He was looking so very good. I thought he would get his half century. He gets out, and Vishal Patil is excited because he has got Shiva's wicket. Nicely held by the fielder over there. Good catch. He wanted to go big. The ball was slightly away. Good innings of Shiva comes through, and he was looking so very good for a half century. Gets out. He must have enjoyed his stay on this beautiful ground. Next man in is a very, very good fielder when he is fielding on the boundary. That is Amit Kohli. He will come in to test his batting skills now. He will enjoy some batting in the last 5.1 overs. He has been very impressive with his fielding in the boundary region. Let's see what he does. Amit Kohli is a very, very good fielder. Just have a look at him when he comes to field in the next innings. Right now, his batting skills would be tested. So last ball of Vishal's over. He has got a wicket. Let's see whether he gets one more. Abhay Sharma, very strong character, very strongly built, and has a very strong technique even. Oh, Abhay Sharma going for a big heave. The score at the end of over number 15 is 109 for 4. Still waiting for that pass surge over. Ace Cricket Club. Zooters presents 40 plus 2.0. Just after the wicket has fallen, I don't think they would be taking a pass surge over. They'll wait for an over or so. Vikas Singh comes in, the left arm pacer. He is easily the fastest bowler of the tournament. He is pretty quick. First two matches, he was outstanding. Amit Kohli comes in for the first time. Not Virat Kohli's relative, but he is a wonderful individual. Amit Kohli. Wonderful fielder, wonderful team man, has a great knowledge of the game. Against Vikas Singh. Oh, that is a wonderfully hit cover drive. Just for a single, but that's what I was talking about. Amit Kohli, he has a pretty sound technique when it comes to fielding and also with the bat in the hand. And his shots are of authority. They are not just the planks or just trotting shots or just to defend those. They're shots of authority. Navai Sharma has got a new bat in his hand. A different bat for the paceman, in fact. Oh, this is what he wanted to do with the new willow. Good work there by Rajesh Naidu. With the single, the score will move on to 1-1-1. Nelson for the loss of 4 wickets. Vikas Singh has been one of the spectacles of this tournament. Forget about this match. The first match when he bowled, he was bowling with a bigger run up with a lot of pace and he was just deadly. First two matches, he picked up 6 wickets in 2 matches. Oh, nicely played by Amit Kohli. 112 for 4 now. Vikas Singh, 2.3 overs 10. He has been economical, but he hasn't got wickets today. That's an exception that generally does not happen. Avai Sharma hitting, trying to hit very hard, not able to connect anything properly today. A single. Look at Amit racing for that second one. 113 for 4. 15.4 overs. Couple of balls remaining in Vikas Singh's third over. That's nicely played off to the back foot, got on top of it, got a single. That hasn't happened that Vikas has not got a wicket in an innings. That generally never happens. Especially in this tournament, he has picked up in every match where he has bowled. Today, he has gone wicketless, but his economy rate is fantastic. Just around at 4 runs per over. He was so very excited for this tournament. Does not look that excited. This is a tournament where you cannot be going for those big bounces. But he can bowl real quickly. I think his last over would be the one which can give you account of his pace and also his other skills. He hits the stump so regularly. He gets a lot of batsmen out bowled. Last ball of Vikas Singh's 16th over, in fact his third individual over. But that's nicely played by Abhay for a single, straight to Rajesh Naidu. With the single, 6 singles of 6 balls, the score will be 115 for the loss of 4 wickets. Vikas Singh's 3 for 13. So Vishal Patil comes in to bowl the 17th over. Oh, that was fetched from outside the off stump. The ball will race away towards the mid-wicket boundary just for a couple of runs. Abhay is using his big frame to hit some big shots. He's not connecting. Couple 117 for 4. Abhay Sharma is 8 of 8. He is trying to go big against Vishal Patil. This is going to be a good contest. Opening bowler who went for a lot in the first 2 overs. Next over was brilliant, just 4 runs. And in this over, Abhay Sharma is trying to go big against him. That would be a good contest to watch now. Batsman who wants to hit big shots against the bowler who wants to keep things tight. That's up and over into the covers. It will race away for a very, very needed boundary. A much needed boundary coming at the right time for Abhay Sharma and for his team. That was nicely slashed up and over. The covers fielder goes for 2-3 bounces into that extra cover region for a very, very important boundary. Ace Cricket Club 121 for 4. Abhay Sharma is 12 of just 9 now. I think he will be shifting gears against Vishal Patil. Next, he would be aiming for that mid-wicket region. Oh, instead he goes downtown and not good work, not good work. He's a good fielder. Just short of him. He was in 2 minds whether to go for the catch or stop the ball. Instead, he did not do anything. There was an opportunity. He's a very, very safe fielder. Misses out that time. So 125 for 4. 2 boundaries for the right-handed Abhay Sharma. Abhay means fearless. He is playing some fearless cricket. 3 balls, and he would like to dispatch every ball of the last 3 balls of the 17th over for a boundary. Remember, it's not a pass surge over. After this, they can go for that pass surge over. The way Abhay Sharma is going, he can get a few runs in that as well. 125 for 4. 3 balls remaining in Vishal Patil's over. He has been expensive in this over. 8 runs. In fact, 10 runs in the first 3 balls. That's a dot delivery. He's just trying to smash every ball out of the park now. Swinging his bat like a sword in his hand. 125 for 4. 2 balls remaining in Vishal Patil's 17th over and his last over of his quota of 4 overs. His figures are respectable after the first 2 overs hammering. He has come back well. Oh, that's very, very high hit. Will it clear? Again, he takes a good catch. Vikas Singh, he is as safe as an house. Takes a skyer very easily. That's not an easy catch, but he takes and makes them look easy. That's what Vikas Singh is all about. One of the players of this tournament. Good fielder, great bowler, and a fantastic human being as well. Has a smile on his face, gives a lot of respect to his fellow mates and also his opponents. That's what you can ask from a very good player. That's what he is. Abhay Sharma, after a very, very enterprising 16, gets out after facing 12 deliveries. That's a good contribution, a good cameo from Abhay, adding an impetus to the innings. So that's straight down the ground. 6 runs. First ball being hit for a sixer. He would be so happy. Fifth time this has happened. In fact, fourth time. Two batsmen have got off the mark with a boundary. Shiva got off the mark with a sixer, and Mehul getting off the mark with a sixer. Amit Kohli hitting a fantastic sixer. I was telling there is some lack of power, but that guy is powerful. And what a good sixer that was. That's what I said. He is one of my favorites to watch. I just missed out his sixer. There was some technical error which I couldn't spot, and what a good shot that was. That's the reason you can immediately come to know what's the quality of the player is after seeing a couple of balls. Amit Kohli hit a monstrous sixer and straight as an arrow. That's not an easy place to hit. 131 for 5, 18 balls. Rajesh Naidu comes in. His figures have all ones in it. 11 runs for 1 wicket in 3 overs. 18 balls, 11 runs and a wicket to boot. So fantastic figures for the right hand all-rounder Rajesh Naidu. Look at the smile on his face. The smile would never fade away all throughout the day. I haven't seen him without a smile. In fact, in all the days whenever I have met him, Rajesh Naidu has this big smile on his face. So good to see such people. Always a pleasure. See, he gives a smile to the umpires as well. Just to have the umpires on good books, or maybe in good books of the umpire, maybe. 131 for 5, 3 overs remaining. It's gonna be Rajesh Naidu versus Keyur. Keyur to face the first ball. So just after the wicket fell, Amit Kohli hits a monstrous sixer. Rajesh bowling his last over. So Keyur swivels and swivels past to hit a fantastic boundary. First boundary of Rajesh's bowling. 15 runs he has conceded now. 3.1 overs. 135 for 5. The boundary would just spoil his figures. .135 for 5. We are into the 18th over. That's played with a soft and they will be rushing to take the first one quickly. And that's a pass search over 2 fielders which are allowed to be outside the fielding restriction area. One is the long on, the other one is in the mid-wicket cow corner region. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fielders patrolling on the offside, all inside the circle. And 2 fielders patrolling outside the circle. One in the long on region, the wideish long on, and another in the mid-wicket. Now long off goes back, deep mid-wicket comes in. So 2 fielders who are stationed outside is wideish long on and a mid-off. And a long off, of course. And he goes exactly into the mid-on region. And that's a boundary. So long on, who was slightly wide. And just look at this guy. Paji has some power. I just love such kind of intent. And he hits them straight as an arrow. Maybe wrong field placement because the previous shot he hit, the sixer, was just straight. So why to have that wideish long on? Why not have a fielder station right in front of the stumps? Maybe just like Kieron Pollard has a fielder just behind the bowler. May not be that straight, maybe, but little. So with that single, the score will move to 141 now. 141 for 5. Keyur comes on strike. He swiveled and got a boundary of the very first ball. So 2 boundaries in this over. 21 for 1. Rajesh Naidu's figures have been spoiled by some good hitting by 2 batsmen. Keyur having a survey all around, just calculating all the fielders, making a map of them in your mind. And every time you look around, you play a shot altogether differently. Couple of balls remaining. Oh, that's nicely. That will race away down the ground. Will it go all the way? Just a single. Rajesh Naidu is down, but he is not out. 1-4-2 for 5. Last ball of Rajesh's spell coming up. Fantastic spell. His figures read 11 for 1. And in this over, he has conceded 11. So he conceded 11 in the first 3. And he has conceded 11 in the next 5 balls. Will he get a wicket of Amit Kohli? Instead, it's a fantastic shot into the point region. One of the better innings of the innings coming up. Amit Kohli, just becoming a big fan of this guy. He's a fantastic fielder and he's just showing what range of shots he has. This was as good as a shot you have seen whole day. 146 for 5. Paji hitting one more boundary. So a 6 and 2 boundaries for Amit Kohli. 7 balls, 18 runs. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant batting by the Sardaji. .146 for 5. We saw some good hitting by Shiva. Then Parag played well. Then afterwards, Amit has been brilliant. So good to watch. And he's encouraging his batsmen. That's the best thing about him. That's the best part, that he ex his partners to do well. And he gives them a lot of confidence. But against Vikas, he needs to play well. That's nicely done by Keyur. Vikas Singh bowling the second over of the pass surge. 2 fielders for him. One is deep point, the other one is deep extra cover. A sweeper and a deep point. 147 for 5. 11 balls remaining. Vikas bowling the final over of his quarter. Oh, that's fortuitous. But this guy is slashing and slashing them hard. This is a good contest. 151 for 5. But great innings by this man. Paji, he deserves all the accolades. Just as he came to bat, I was just admiring his proper batting technique. But he has some power hitting abilities as well. He's just showing. And how to use the pace of the ball. You may say that was an edge. You may say that was a miss hit. But I think that was edged but slashed and slashed hard. That is always going to give you some runs. So risk giving him 4 runs. 151 for 5. Paji is going great guns. 8 ball 22. This is insane batting. It is one of the best innings of the whole scorecard. Vikas Singh. And look, just love to see the smile on this guy's face also, Vikas. He is just appreciating Amit Kohli's effort. Oh, this is a monstrous hit. Up and over. What a shot. This Paji is winning all the hearts. This guy is having a monstrous, monstrous Saturday. I just love to see this guy. This is not an easy shot. It requires a lot of power. And all that paneer pakoras and all that wonderful food which he has at his home is reaping dividends. This requires a lot of power. And that was just hammered. It went a few yards over that line. And not many batsmen have hit sixes against Vikas Singh. Because I think this would be the first 6 hit against him. And 10 runs of 2 balls against Vikas Singh is an exception in this tournament. What a shot that was. Oh, he goes for it again. The ball is swiveling. The ball is moving. The ball will... Oh, that is good fielding. And Amit Kohli takes a couple. What a good innings this has been. Fantastic innings, in fact. So 26 runs is what the score is. Amit Kohli, brilliant strike rate of 330. In fact, 300. That's pinned him. What a good over this has been. 13 runs, 14 runs of Vikas Singh. That is unheard of. I think this would be the first of his overs when he has gone for so many runs without bowling extras. And a batsman who is not a fancied batsman, a batsman who is not known for his big hitting, the batsman who is not in the top bracket of players like Abhimanyu Khanna or Sarfaraz or Nawaz Sharif or all those kind of fancy players. But he is Amit Kohli, a man who is just as a support in the team. Thus, he has played one of the best innings of the tournament, Amit Kohli. And KUR is getting all the encouragement and he has pulled Vikas Singh. That's not an easy effort. What a shot, KUR. He gets inspiration from that man. If you cannot get inspiration from Amit, you cannot get it from anyone. What a shot. That is one of the shots of the day. KUR hitting a fantastic pull shot against the best bowler of the tournament. What a good shot. The best bowler of the tournament has gone for maximum runs. 166 for 5 at the end of over number 19. Amit Kohli, you have won many hearts over here. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic batting. Amit Kohli. Oh, he is going bang bang. This will be a monstrous six. I would love to have an autograph of this Paji. Sardarji is going great guns. He has played one of the best innings of the tournament, I would say. That is not an understatement. These are all great shots. And if this guy can hit those big monstrous sixes in his late 40s, maybe 50s also, he must have been a terror in his early days. What a good shot. 172 for 5. He is on 37 of just 12 balls. And he is going down the ground again. That will fall in no man. Some luck for the Sardarji. Just a single. He should have gone for the second one. But KUR, the way he has hit Vikas Singh, he would like to keep strike. KUR 5 balls, 13 runs, 1 6 and 1 boundary. 2 boundaries in fact for KUR. KUR bowled really well. Oh, that's a nice ball. And I would just want to have this guy on strike. To pulling Vikas Singh, I thought that was a boundary. Pulling Vikas Singh over mid wicket is not an easy task. And that was a perfect shot. That was a shot of the day for me. But this guy has changed everything. 13 balls, 38. Will he get his 50? He is just smacking everything. He should go for the second one. That's a sign of a good team player. He does not feel I am the only one. It's not never I. It is the we which accounts in a team game. Amit Kohli, 39 of just 14 balls. Oh, KUR. Oh my God, KUR. I haven't seen this kind of form. What a sixer that is. This is brilliant. If Amit can, even KUR can. He is hitting them hard. 7 balls, 20 runs. This is fantastic hitting. 181 for 5. 181 for 5. Last ball coming up of Rabindra's second over. KUR, will he get one more sixer? Last ball. He goes for an extra cover drive. This will race away for a boundary. Oh, what an innings this has been from KUR. Even 8 balls 24 and 14 balls 39. Both the batsmen meeting fire with fire. Great batting by Amit Kohli. And KUR, they are joining in the party. Strike rate of 300 and even strike rate of 300 for Amit Kohli and KUR. So 5 runs on the scorecard, 185 runs needed now in 119 balls. So boundary to begin with. The first ball was a dot delivery, then we had a wide, then a fantastic boundary to begin with. So again, a batsman getting off the boundary, straight to the fielder. This has been a great innings by the number 7 batsman. Just loved Amit Kohli's innings today. Thank you so much. 5 for no loss. Some great batting. 6 runs on the scorecard. Vidyut and Preet. 190 runs. And this was the man who changed everything with the bat in his hand. One of the best innings. He might have scored just 39 runs, but that was an innings for people to remember. I'd just like to have a word with this guy after the match gets over, because he is an inspiration. Amit Kohli. Just cricket. Amit Kohli is bowling the first over. 6 runs he has conceded, and what an innings that was for him. Fantastic 39 runs of just 49 balls. So 39 is what he got. But this is not good bowling. He gives away 5 wides in the very first over. His innings was one of the innings to remember. He must be in his early 50s or maybe late 40s, but he was hitting some monstrous sixes. What a great innings that was. But this ball was down the leg side. So unlike Amit Kohli, he starts off pretty badly. 11 runs on the scorecard, and he has given away 6 extras in the first over itself. Eleven runs on the scorecard. What a shot this is. Up and over. Amit Kohli is getting the taste of his own medicine. Just a single this time. Score goes on to a dozen now. A dozen now on the scorecard. Amit Kohli batted so very well, but he is also being given back what he was giving it to others. 12 runs on the scorecard. Amit bowling the last ball of the first over. Oh, that's nicely picked up. The ball will just go towards the mid wicket region. Good field placement. The score at the end of over number 1 is 13 in the pursuit of a very, very big score. Amit Kohli, not a good over from him. So the score is 13. Sanjay Darvi comes into bowl. He is a very, very good bowler. He bowls those quicker ones so very well. He's a left arm spinner who takes a lot of time to set his field, but he is a very, very good bowler. Just like Ravindra Jadeja kind of bowler, this is in that kind of mode. He is bowled the quick left armers, darting them in. Also, he can fly it. Not like Ravindra Jadeja. Ravindra Jadeja gives it a rip, but this guy can give flight to the ball. Sanjay Darvi, he is a very good bowler, so this is going to be a good chase. Just cricket are filled with some great batsmen. CK is still to follow. Preet has played some good innings, and also Vidyut can hit the ball very hard. 7 runs for Preet, and Vidyut is on 1. 14 runs on the scorecard. Vidyut plays it with soft hands. Vidyut is the one who can play that conventional kind of innings. 15 runs on the scorecard. This is going to be a good contest. Left-hander Preet, who has been in good form in this tournament, against a very classy left-arm spinner. That's nicely bowled. That's what I was talking about. Contest between two good players. Preet, who has been brilliant in this tournament, played one of the better innings of the tournament against a bowler who has been consistently bowling well in this Zuta's present 2.040 plus tournament. That's nicely cut. The ball would race away for another boundary. That is, in fact, it is fielded. I thought it has gone for a boundary. Keyur is in red hot form. Just not in that frame. Vidyut 2 of 2. Sanjay bowling his first over. Preet has batted well. I thought the ball was racing towards the boundary. Instead, that was just a single. Score 16. That's what Vidyut does. He's a very compact player and better known for his keeping the scoreboard moving kind of betting technique. Score is 17, 17 without loss. We are into the second over. This has been a good over by Sanjay. After a very expensive first over, the second over has been quite good. Sanjay bowling it in the right place. Oh, that's a great fielding effort. And this guy is just phenomenal. He is the star of this 40 plus tournament. Look at him diving. What's his age? Is he in his teens or is he in 20s or is he in 40s or 50s? Just have to inquire and get his right age. Amit Kohli is on fire. 2 overs and 18 runs, just cricket. Team Just Cricket was the champion of last year's tournament. This time, Old Monks have been great. This time, the Phantoms have been great. Just Cricket, the champions this time, finding themselves in the third and fourth positions battle. Preet is a very good player. Oh, he hits it so elegantly. Straight to the fielder. Parag, the leg spinner coming in. So many leg spinners in a team. Sanjay Dolvi, the left arm spinner. '18 without loss. Oh, this is a good shot. But straight to Amit for a change. Misfields. Something wrong by him on the ground today. He bowled a very bad first over and now misfields. Parag is having a wry smile on his face. He said, इतनी अच्छी फील्डिंग करनी थी सिर्फ मेरे ही गेंद पर आपको छोड़ना था. So 19 without loss. We are into the third over. Vidyut, meanwhile, you just take those singles. You just keep on batting. '19 without loss. We are into the third over. Oh, that's nicely hit, but straight to the fielder. Some good bowling. Vidyut generally does not play a lot of dot. In fact, this is his first one. He gets run of every ball. Preet, he understands the urgency. He understands that's a big target and you need to be firing all cylinders, at least in the first 4 overs. Just Cricket, which was the champion of the last year's tournament, finds it in a precarious situation, but they have some good set of players. There was no one to cover that one. So he just held himself back. Parag, very, very exciting character Parag is. Only at the time when he was bowling and also when he was batting. Look at the 40-year-olds asking them to keep calm. This is the age where actually there is more maturity, there is more calmness. But 20 without loss, we are into the third over. I think Preet will go big because he has been deprived of strike for a long time. He'll go big. Instead, he pulls the ball, mistimes it, and takes a single. Good over this has been by Parag. Last ball of Parag's very good over. Will Vidyut hit a boundary and spoil his figures? Vidyut is not that kind of a batsman who will go crazy and hit those all muscle or powerful shots. Instead, he would wait for the right ball to come and play some proper percentage cricket shot. Just like the batsmen of 80s and 90s who like to come behind the ball, take those proper singles and keep the scoreboard moving. Sanjay Manjrekar was one such batsman in the 90s. He used to take single of every possible ball. 550s he scored against Pakistan in Sharjah. 5 matches, 550s. And he wanted to muscle that. In fact, just as I was saying, he goes for the traditional shots. He hits it down ground. 22 without loss at the end of over number 3. Such is the life which comes full circle. Both these teams faced each other in the last year's finals. Just Cricket and Ace Cricket Club. They played really well this time, but the other teams performed better and they are the ones which are struggling at the other end of the championship. That's what is life, that's what is cricket. Your time can change anytime. But the other teams, Old Monks, Phantoms, RMB Strikers, they have taken the tournament to a different level. And 40 plus, you may call this a tournament just for fun, not so competitiveness. Just have a look at Amit Kohli's innings. Just have a look at Sarfaraz's innings. Just have a look of Karan Tandon's fielding efforts. Just have a look at Vikas Singh's bowling effort. You would just enjoy it and reinforce this fact that lots and lots of tournaments should like this should be endorsed, wherein these guys who are 40 plus and they are playing their hearts out. Some of them are even 50 plus, but they still with the goes big. What a good effort! Good gets his first boundary, but the fielders they are jumping around. That's so nice to see. These are not teenagers. These are 40 plus cricketers. That was just muscled from outside the half stump, dragged, and the fielder making a valiant effort to stop it on the bounce. 26 is what the score is now. 26 without loss. We are into the fourth over. This has been a good start against a massive score which they have to overhaul. Oh, that's nicely bowled. So 26 without loss. The first ball went for a boundary which was muscled from outside the off stump. Then two dot deliveries. Oh, that's nicely bowled, but very well run by Preet. Good urgency showed. Oh, that's a big appeal, and he has been given out. That's the first wicket. Preet gets out. So the last teams, last tournaments finalists are fighting out for the third and fourth place. Two groups we had, and that's ironical. But you need to have your ups and downs. They have a great set of players. Just cricket champions last year. This time finding themselves in a wrong place. Chetan Kapoor comes in. He is a prolific scorer. Was bowled around his stumps the last match when he played. His favorite Natraj shot he was found wanting, and his strength was his weakness in the last match. Look at those wonderful pictures just behind kids playing there, skating, cycling. Oh, this is nicely done. This will be bisecting the two fielder. This will race away for a very first ball boundaries. Chetan Kapoor in his elements. What a good shot. First ball Chetan Kapoor faces. It's a fantastic square cut. Bisecting the two fielders with precision. Boundary to start off his innings. 31 for 1 at the end of over number 4. Loss of the opening batsman. And Preet has to go back, but Vidyut and Chetan needs to carry on. So 31 for 1 is what the score is in pursuit of a good score. Some late order histrionics pyrotechnics by Amit Kohli and Keyur. One of the late surges to remember. Vidyut is 10 on 10. That's what I said. He will make run a ball. You'd keep in one end intact. This time he goes down the ground. The ball is racing towards Shiva, who does a good job. Just a single. The score is 33 for 1. That's nicely. What a shot that is. That is punch. And just for a single, just like Josh Butler does, Chetan Kapoor is looking in some good touch today. Just like his previous encounters, every time I have seen him, he has played some good innings. Today, this man with artistic touch is playing good. Oh, that's it down the ground. The ball is racing towards the long on boundary. Amit Kohli is a very good fielder. His throwing arm is also good. Just a single. Fifth over, we are into 5 runs of this over. 5 balls, 5 runs. Parag has bowled really well. 1 over in the first over of the power play, very bold. Just conceded 4 runs. Then afterwards, he has conceded just 5 in this over. 36 for 1. Just cricket in pursuit of 186 runs. The first quadrant of the 20 overs, they have scored 36. Parag bowling the last ball of his second over. The score will remain on 36 at the end of over number 5. 186 is what the target is. They need 145 runs in 84 balls. So, seventh over, Gotham comes in. 42 of 1. 42 for 1. We are into the seventh over. Oh, that's for off break. Very innocuous delivery. Almost got the big man. Gotham bowling is off breaks. And Chetan Kapoor was almost out. The ball took ages to arrive. Take my word, this next ball is going to pull. He's not, he'll not go for those traditional shots. That's what he was trying to do. Pull the shot. Misses out. The lesser pace creating a lot of trouble for Chetan Kapoor. 'Outside the off stump. Wide being declared. "44 for 1" is what the scoreboard suggests. That's well left. The score will move on to 45 now. 45 for 1. That's nicely pulled. The ball is going towards the mid wicket region. This will just be a single. That's not good running. Chetan actually is injured. He has some issues with his hamstring. So this match he would rather go for his big shots than to go for those quick singles. 46 for 1. Oh, that's smashed. But straight to the field. Oh, this is a big wicket and a great catch by Sanjay Dalvi over there. This is a big wicket of a very good player. He can just turn the game on his own. Chetan Kapoor gets out, was in the slot, and that was a good shot, but wasn't able to clear the ground. It's a big ground, straight to the fielder and gets out. A very, very big wicket. Chetan Kapoor gets out. 46 for 2. We are into the 8th over. Fo- 46 for 2 is what the score is. Gautam, who has got a wicket of Chetan Kapoor in his previous over, just bowled some innocuous off breaks. People feel that you can go for him, but he can turn the ball well. Don't go for what the action is, just go for the ball. You may feel it's an easy hit, but the ball just does not arrive. So Gautam, well, that's outside the off stump. Wide being declared, rightly so. Rishabh is the new bowler. 47 for 2 is what the score is. Vidyut is on 16. Oh, that's nicely cut, but straight to the fielder. There's an opportunity. Good run there by Vijay Singh. Vijay Singh, Just Cricket was the team last year who was the champion against this very same team against whom they are trying to chase down 186 runs. Vijay Singh is a powerful hitter who hasn't been able to make that kind of impression we actually is known for. 48 for 2. We are into the 8th over. Will Vijay Singh turn the screws today? Well, that's nicely bowled. The ball is going into the covers for a single. Ace Cricket Club versus Just Cricket 49 for 2. They need 137 runs in the next 76 balls. Oh, that's a good shot. That is nicely picked up. Will it go all the way? Oh, in fact, he has been dropped over there. He's a good fielder, Shiva. Generally, he's a safe fielder where he drops a very important catch of Vidyut. Vidyut is the man who generally does not give his wicket away. Oh, what a shot this is. This will be the first powerful hit of a powerful man. That's a sixer. So what a fantastic boundary that was. First ball sixer, then a boundary. Fantastic hit into the covers. This guy is hitting some powerful hits. Vijay Singh is known for his big shots. The Singh again, two Singhs. First it was Amit Kohli. The Sardarji was a Singh, and now this Vijay Singh, tall guy, strong guy, hitting 6-4-4, 16 runs, and he's just wants to be greedy. Oh, this is not to be done. This is not to be done. He's a good fielder. He drops a batsman who is in red out form. He has scored 16, in fact 14 in the last three balls, and he's been dropped on the fourth ball. Take my word, he will go again for a big shot. He's not going to stop. He's going to be greedy. Yes, he is greedy, and he is hammered this thing into the square leg region for a fantastic sixer. This guy is just not stopping now. You cannot be dropping this guy. 20 runs for him in space of 5 balls. What a good shot this was. You cannot be bowling short to this man. He is a monster when it comes to batting, when it comes to physique, when it comes to big hitting. Fantastic shot. Vijay Singh, very tall, strong fellow. Very gentle when it comes to his nature. But when it comes to his batting, he is really, really ultra aggressive. So the last ball of the ninth over, this is again a wide. So the score is 76 for 2. Last ball of Gautam's very expensive over. And this guy is hammering every ball. This ball is racing towards the mid wicket region for a single. A very, very expensive over in which two sixes, two fours, a single, and a wide. So 22 runs were scored in Gautam's over. And Vijay Singh is on 23. So it's going to be Vijay Singh on strike. This is going to be a good contest. 77 for the loss of two wickets. Sanjay Darvi comes in to bowl his third over. He has bowled two brilliant overs. So 55 was the score at the end of over number 8. Yeah. And 73 for 2, 9 overs. 9 overs, 73 for 2, 186 is what the target is. They need 113 more. 11 overs and 113 runs to win. So 73 for 2 is what the score is. Sanjay Darvi comes in. He is their best bet. This is also going to be a cracker of a match on this wonderful Saturday. The two teams which were finalists of the last year are at the wrong end. They have clicked on slightly late, but they are providing us with lot of entertainment, and that's why. Oh, that was nicely bowled. Vijay Singh understands the importance of Sanjay Darvi's over. He understands playing him off is the best way to play him. Not to worry about the number of runs which they are going to score against Sanjay. They just have to play him out like a Rashid Khan, or just like a Varun Chakravarti, or like a Jofra Archer. Just play him out. He has got a big man. He was trying to be defensive. He squared him up completely. He turned and got the top of the off stump. Vijay Singh was looking so very good. Gets out 19 of just 9 balls. He has been cleaned up. So 73 for 3 is what the score is. And Sanjay Darvi providing that very, very important breakthrough, getting out the man in form. Look at the way he's bowling, just like an international bowler. Great bowling action, the pivot of the front foot, and nice smooth action. All attributes of a very, very good classical spinner. Just like Pragyan Ojha was for the Indian cricket team. Same kind of mold this bowler is. Oh, this is great bowling. He's completely squared him up again. He's bowling some gems over there. In the fag end of the tournament, these guys are just blossoming. Little too late for these two wonderful teams, which were the finalists of the previous team. Just Cricket last year was undefeatable. They did not lose a single encounter. This time they are at the wrong end of the result, but this is the reason why they were champions. Look at the way they have performed today. Great bowling by the wonderful left arm spinner. With the single, the score will go on to 74 now. Last ball of the 10th over. So Sanjay Darvi bowling a fantastic over in which he got the danger man out, who was looking so awesome. 9 ball 23 for the big burly right-hander Vijay Singh. He got out. Oh, that's a wide. Vidyut can play some different shots. He's a very traditional kind of opening partner, and he goes for those shots close to his body. He's not the one who will play away from the body. 75 for 3. Last ball of Sanjay Darvi's third over. And he's hammered it down the ground. The ball is racing towards Shiva. So, score at the end of over number 10 is 76 for the loss of 3 wickets. They need exactly 110 runs in the remaining 10 overs. 11 runs per over needed. Just Cricket might just have to bat really well to get this one. Amit Kohli, whose first over wasn't that great, comes in to bowl the second over. 76 for 3 is what the score rates. And Vidyut is played well. He is so 23 of 24. Vijay Singh was looking so very good. What a scintillating 9 ball 23. But he was castled by Sanjay Darvi. He was trying to see him off because he understood the importance of Sanjay's bowling. Unfortunately, got out. So umpire would just extend his arms and declare it as a wide. That's nicely done. 79 for 3 is what the score is. Vidyut is on 25. Purav is on 1. 16 without loss. I beg your pardon. 16 for no wickets. This was Amit Kohli's figures are. He has given away 15 runs in the very first over which he bowled. Has come back well. Four runs in this over so far. 13 in the first over. So that is played with soft hands straight to the fielder. Good work there by the fielder. So Amit Kohli trying to make a comeback. The first over wasn't that great. He started off with a wide in this over as well. But trying to put the ball in the right areas. Maybe slightly more excited after that heroics with bat. Oh, that was so very close to being out. He's a great player, Purav. He is a very calm, cool character. Just like the way his approach is. Very, very cool, very, very calm. and he can play some good shots. It's a very sound technique he has. That's nicely bowled, equally well played for a single. With this single, the score will move on to 81 now. 81 for 3, the last ball of the 11th over. 105 needed in 55 balls. They need 105 in the next 55 in the next 9 overs. This is outside the off stump. Umpire would just declare them as a couple of wides. 83 for 3. 55 balls in which to get 103 runs. 9 overs and close to 100 runs. So that's somewhere around 11 runs per over. They needed 11. They have got 4 and 6 in this over. That's nicely bowled. Trying some fancy footwork. With the single, the score will be 84 for 3. They need 102 in the remaining 9 overs. The run rate in excess of 11 runs per over now. The score is 85 for 3. We are into the 12th over. Sanjay Darby has been brilliant actually. His first 3 overs in which he got the premier batsman Vijay Singh out. After that things have changed and this has been good performance. 85 for 3 is what the score is. 86 for 3, I beg your pardon. Sanjay Darby has been the star because he has got Vijay Singh. He was going great guns. 9 balls, 23 for Vijay Singh. And if he had been there for some more time, things would have been different. But Purav has looked good in the very short space. He has just scored 4, but he has looked good. And he's not the one who has a lot of power, but he has some great technique. This technique can fetch him few runs, but only when they run well. Not good running at all. Vidyut, he must be tired. It's not easy to play in such high humidity because the temperatures may be a little low, but the humidity levels will grow up as we go into the late night. 87 for 3. 87 is considered as a bad number, unlucky number for the Aussies. Let's see. Vidyut has been good. Vidyut, I think, will not be in any mood to take those singles. He would be hammering balls now because he looks tired. He looks tired of running. Oh, that's a good call by the umpire. That was well within the limits. Last ball of Sanjay's spell. The score is 87. They need 99 more runs to win. 99 in 49. You may feel the match is done and dusted, but a big over of 20 runs can just change things in their favor. Vidyut is on 27. Purav is on 5. They have to do a Tewatia over here. One person has to play a good innings. Left armer Sanjay Dalvi has bowled really well. That's a good shot. Off the back foot, the ball is racing toward that extra cover boundary. Just for a single. The fielding has been good. Just a single. With the single, the score is 88 for 3 at the end of over number 12. 98 runs needed in the next 8 overs, which is going to be a very, very tough ask. But things can be achieved with some positive batting. Let's see if they do. Purav and Vidyut, they have it in them to get this one. The champions of the last year, the two finalists, are fighting for the third and fourth place. "88 for 3" is what the scoreboard reads. 12 overs, 88 for 3. Oh, this is good work by the bowler over there, trying to stop the ball. Shiva tidies up. This is a make or break over. Purav is a very good batsman. He's 5 of just 9. 9 deliveries and just 5, I would say that way. But he has to find boundaries. He's not the one who can hit ball with great power, but he can place the ball well. Oh, just as I say, he does not play with power. He hits a very, very high shot. And that has been actually dropped for a boundary. But that was went so high. Just as I said, he will not be going for the big shots. He hits a very good shot, but that is too high. Not too far. Was close to being caught. The fielder made a good effort, but just palmed it over the fence for a boundary, just short of it. In fact, just a millimeter. I thought he dropped it. Instead, it went over his head. 93 for 3 is what the score is. 12.2 overs. "93 for 3. We are into the 13th over. Purav, 9 of 10. That was a good hit. I think he will go one notch bigger. Boundary. Oh, that he swung it so hard. Look at the focus in Purav's eyes. He does not want to go home without the trophy over there. He wants to hit and win this one. This team defeated them in the finals last time. They are not in the finals anymore, but they still want to get one back against them. Oh, this is nicely done. Into the area where there is no fielders. The ball is racing towards the square leg region. They get a couple. Vidyut is slightly tired, understandably so, because he came in as an opener. He's still there. The humidity levels are high. The weather is such, it is very difficult to play with consistent good stamina. It becomes very difficult when you play there for 10 to 12 overs. So you need to maximize in whatever little time you have. You need to conserve your energy and hit shots like this. This is nicely done, but straight to the fielder. These guys have caught so very well. Look at that, man. He was swapped. His was for the positions over there, and from long on he went on to the fielding extra cover region, and the ball followed him and he caught that one. This is what when you're fated to take a catch, you take a catch over there. He was swapped because he did not do a good effort according to the fielders, but he just proved them wrong by taking a wonderful catch and of a very good batsman. Purav, who was trying to open his shoulders, gets out. He's a pretty handy batsman. Gets out in the process of getting some big runs. A good shot, but he loses a wicket. 94 for 3 is or what the figures read. 95 for 4 in fact. And Rajesh Naidu would coming. The man with the big smile when he has the ball in his hand. The man with the big smile when he has a bat in his hand. So let's see whether the smiling assassin can get them out of this trouble. They have just 7.1 overs to get this massive runs, maybe 91 to get in 7.1 overs. That is 13 runs per over almost. So the run rate from 9 has crossed on to 10, then 11, then 12, and it is almost 13 now. 95 for 4, the last ball of the 13th over. So the score is 95 for 4, 7.1 overs in which to get those 91 runs. That is run rate of almost 13 runs per over. But Rajesh Naidu and Vidyut, they have to do the job now. It's going to be Rajesh Naidu on strike now. Purav Nanavati was looking good. He got out against. That's nicely bowled. So run rate of exactly 13 runs per over needed. A successful over from Amit Kohli. He gets a wicket in his over. So Vinod comes in to bowl the 14th over up against Vidyut, who seems to be very tired, perspiring. But he is the one who has kept the scoreboard moving. He is still there. 4 wickets have fallen around him. 7 overs, 91 runs to win. Rajesh Naidu and Vidyut. Oh, this is. He put everything into it, but the ball couldn't go that far. With that single, the score will move on to 96. He's just trying to open his shoulders against Vinod. Vinod has bowled a very good first over. He's bowling his second over. Rajesh Naidu, he's also in that kind of mode. He will just take those singles quietly, take block a few, and then go bang bang. He cannot bat into different actually gears. Either he goes single or he goes big. That's off the bat. A big appeal. With that single, Rajesh would open his account. This is going to be a boundary or a wicket ball. Nothing in between for Vidyut now. He's going to go big. It's a wicket or a boundary. That kind of thing. Oh, he smashes it hard. The ball is racing towards the fielder in the extra cover just for a single. He's hitting them well now. It happens after a point of time when you face a lot of deliveries, when you're there in with good rhythm. A time would come where you will time everything and everything will go towards the boundary. But he has hit well, but all the shots are unfortunately going straight to the fielders over there. Every time he goes for a good shot. Oh, that is nicely bowled, but very well kept by the wicketkeeper. Just went on with the ball and great wicket keeping skills. Saved a few runs. 98 for 4. They need 88 more. Oh, that is nicely done. What a good shot that is. This will race away towards the fine leg region. Will it go all the way? No, it has just gone and stopped over there. That wasn't that great timing into that one, but the execution was right, the idea was right, the ball was angled in, so the shot over the fine leg was a good option. 100 up. They need exactly 86 runs in the remaining 37 balls. So run rate from 9 to 10 to 11 to 12 to 13. Now it is just kissing 14 runs per over. Oh, that's a cracking cover drive, but great fielding. This is a great set of players putting their best in the last match. 101 for 4. They need somewhere close to 14 runs per over in the next 36 balls. Yeah, Vidyut is on strike now. 102 for 4. Rajesh Naidu is 5 of 5. Vidyut is 31 of 33. Vidyut has been there from the first ball of the innings. He's there. He has got 5 different partners. That's a dot delivery. Amit Kohli, he bowled a pretty average first over, but after that he has bowled well. First over went on for 13 runs, and second over also went for a plenty, but he has come back well. But just as I appreciate his good comeback, he bowls one down the leg side. We'll wait for the umpire signal, and the ball will just race away for a boundary. Just wait to confirm his signal. That is 4 leg byes. So fortuitous that he did not go for wides, and that would have been extra ball and extra 5 runs against his name. So 4 runs he gives away, but not against his name. So that would still keep his figures intact, which were pretty dismal at the beginning when he started bowling. But he has made up well. First over 13 runs, the next 2.3 overs, he has just given away 16 runs and has picked up a wicket. I think Vidyut is going to go big again, Amit here. AK, his name suggests. AK 47. Ajay Kadam also has the same number. Amit Kohli, Ajay Kohli, Amit Amit Kohli and Ajay Kadam, I would say. Both of them 47. AK 47, AK 47. And this AK 47 has fired all cylinders today. He has bowled really well. He has been the star of the night with his great attitude with bat and ball and field. He has been just wonderful. Oh, this is fantastic way to end the over. In fact, one more ball remaining. The more I see him, the more I fall into love of this wonderful game. Looking at this, guys. What a good shot that is. This is a monstrous hit. This will go all the way. In fact, it has just fallen short. That's what the fielder is saying. That is the longest part of the boundary, the mid wicket. So Vidyut just opening his arms on the last ball of Amit Kohli's spell. That was a low full toss, and he hammers it just short of that rope over there. So 110 for 4 at the end of 15 overs. They need 76 runs in the remaining 5 overs. From 13 to 14 to 15, that's what the progression has been. So they need exactly 76 runs in the next 5 overs. Hundred and ten for 4. They need 76. Rajesh Naidu and Vidyut. Vidyut has hit a boundary of the last ball of Amit Kohli's spell, and it would be Vinod, who has bowled 2 good overs. First over he went for just 5 runs. Next over he just gave away 6 runs. 110 for 4. They need 76. The match is not over until it is over. They need to keep find. They need an over of 20 runs, just like they got of 18 runs against Gotham, in which Vijay Singh went mad. He bowls a quicker one, one-handed. Look at Amit. He is just brilliant. But he had all three stumps to aim at. He missed out. But he's so athletic. So good to watch. One of the most committed fielders. So Nelson for 4. They need 75 in fact in the remaining. Oh, that's it hard. That's going to go towards the mid-wicket reacher. Will it go all the way? A easy couple. Couple. 113. They need 73 more. 73 more in 28 balls. 15 runs per over needed. It's not impossible. They need a couple of overs in excess of 18 to 20 runs. One won't do now. They need to. That's good bowling. That's nicely done. The ball is racing towards that point region. He has taken already a good catch. He restricts them to a single. Score is 114 for 4. 26 balls remaining in which to get those 72 runs. Hundred and 15 for 4. That's nicely bowled. So the score at the end of over number 16 remains on 115. 115 for 4. They need 61 in the remaining. In fact, they need 71 in the remaining 4 overs. They're just short of fielder. Good fielding effort. Close to being run out. Is it? Rajesh Naidu, look at the smile on his face. He's just enjoying his time over there. It's so good to watch. Parag, he wasn't happy. 116 for 4. Hundred and 16 for 4. We are into the 17th over. Vidyut. That doesn't that great a shot. Gets a single. He is tired, is Vidyut. He is putting his all for the match. Rajesh Naidu might just open his arms in this over. He was close to being run out. Had a small scuffle with the bowler. Let's see what he does. The verbal scuffle, of course. He goes for the big one and he gets out in the process. Is it juggled for 4 times and finally taken? Newman is one of the best bowlers of the tournament, but he has to do with the job with the bat in his hand. This is going to be difficult for any batsman coming in now. 69 in 21. So run rate from 13 to 14 to 15. It's coming close to almost 15 runs per over, 17 runs per over. Newman is the left-handed Vikas. He plays with soft hands, gives it back to Vidyut. This is turning out to be a tame affair. Just the partnership between these two guys. That was Amit Kohli and in the latter part, Keyur's innings, scintillating 23 of just 9 balls, has just made the difference. 118 for 5 is what the scoreboard reads. That slashed and slashed very hard. That would be another boundary. The power surge, they're taking full toll against Parag. Just 2 balls remaining. Just in fact one now. 122 for 5. They need a lot of runs. Vidyut is 43 or 44. He's closing on to his 50. 16 for 1. That's what the figures of Parag are. Vidyut fighting it out over there. They need 64 runs to win this one. 64 in the remaining 19. So a run rate of somewhere close to 21 runs per over. They need exactly 21 runs per over in the next 3 overs to win this one. 63 needed in the next 3 overs. So Amardeep comes in to bowl the 18th over. They need 21 runs per over. So Amardeep comes in to bowl the 18th over. Oh, he goes on his knees, goes down the ground. It has gone very high, but just short of the fielder over there, Amit Kohli. 22 needed. In fact, 63 needed now. 62 needed in the remaining 17 balls. Oh, that's a nice shot, hammered down the ground. This will go all the way for a boundary. Good shot by Vikas. His first boundary of the innings. He hits it down the ground. The quickie. They need a lot money. They need, in fact, 58 more to win this one in the remaining 16 balls. That's a cracking shot. This is into the covers for two back-to-back boundaries. Consecutive boundaries for the left-hander. One down the ground, one into the covers. So two boundaries of two balls. This was even better. Dance down the ground, up and over into the covers. Two balls, two boundaries for Vikas. Vikas coming to the fast fag end of this tournament. The last few overs for his team. He is making men's. So 54 runs in the remaining 15 balls. Vikas on strike. Vikas goes down the ground straight to Amardeep. Very difficult chance. Good effort by him. It must have hurt him. He is in some pain. He goes for a pull shot straight to the fielder. They would still steal a single. Vidyut is still running so very well. So good to see that. 100% commitment from this guy. Last ball of Amardeep's over. 10 runs he has considered. Two boundaries for Vikas Singh. Vidyut can he get his 50? $133 for 5 is what the score is. Amardeep's last ball of the 18th over coming up. So score at the end of over number 18 remains on 133. 133 for 5 at the end of over number 18. That's nicely bowled by Rishabh, trying to keep him on. In fact, that's a wide being declared outside the off stump. That's down the leg side. We'll just wait for the umpire signal. Umpire says it's a wide ball. 135 for 5 is what the scoreboard reads. Two wides for Rishabh. He just came into the way of the umpire. That's what the umpire says. He cannot be having a good view if you're blocking him. 51 runs in the remaining 11 balls. Vidyut, will he get his 50 now? He's 45 or 47. 10 more balls for him to get it. That's nicely hit into the covers. It will race away towards the boundary just for a single. So that's good bowling. Vikas Singh trying to stay there. That's outside the off stump. Dot delivery again. Oh, he hits it into the mid wicket region. That would be Sanjay Darvi's extra effort. Somehow manages to stop that one. With the couple, the score will move on to 139. Vikas is on 13. They need 47 from the next 6 balls. With you, they're still there. 6 balls, 47. That's it down the ground. Vidyut will move on to 47. 5 balls in which to get the 46 runs. No, he gets strike Vidyut. He gets an opportunity to get his 50. They need 45 from the remaining 4 balls. Very, very one-sided this affair has been. So, Just Cricket were the winners against the Ace Cricket in the last year's championship match. This time, they have got one back. In fact, twice they have been able to win over them this year. Vidyut moves on to 48 now. 3 balls, 44 runs to win. In fact, yeah, 3 balls, 44 runs to win. That's academic now. He dances down the ground, gone high, and just a single. 2 balls for Vidyut to get his 50. Taken a lot of, put his heart into it. Let's see whether he'll be able to get that. Oh, that's hit high. Vidyut is on 49. He can get his 50. Yes, that's 50 for Vidyut. Otherwise, you wouldn't have got it. 50 of 51 balls. So 41 needed in one. Completely one-sided this match has become. Just Cricket, who were the champions last year, defeated Ace Cricket. This time Ace Cricketers getting twice over them, once in the league stages and now in this fight for the 3rd and 4th position. 145 for 5. 1 ball, 41 runs to win. That's a wide ball. One ball, 40 needed. That's the end of the innings. They win this one by 838 runs. Amit Kohli has been brilliant. The last ball has gone into his hands. 147 is what they managed. They win this one by 38 runs.